Everyone, this is Rowan with Puget Sound Druid Forest Walks and Talks, uh, delivering this month's Willow Meditation. For those of you who did our forest tree talk on the January 12th, you may have noticed that we had to stop a little bit early and we didn't get a chance to complete our joined meditation for working with Willow. So I do apologize for that, for those of you who wanted to do the meditation together. But here's the chance to experience the Willow meditation. And for anyone else who is watching this video, this is an opportunity to connect through meditation with the spirit of Willow. Through our Meetup group, which again is Puget Sound Forest Walks and Talks, with the link in the description. We have monthly free talks where we meet with a tree ally, a tree spirit, and do meditations to connect with that spirit and to see what messages that tree spirit might have for us. For this month, for January 2021, we are working with the willow, which is a tree with a large wealth of folklore and mythology and a great cultural importance for many different places around the world. And I won't have a chance in this video to touch on that, but if you do join our Meetup group, you will have access to our shared drive where there's material on willow and other trees that we have covered as well. So do take a look at that. So for this meditation, which will be about 10 minutes long, just make sure that you find a place where you will be comfortable, where you are not likely to be disturbed. You'll likely want to silence any electronic devices or leave them in the other room. It can be helpful to have a pen and paper if you'd like to take notes. I'm always a big fan of journaling, and maybe having a glass of water or a salty snack or some other kind of food to ground with afterward. It's very important to fully come back from the working and make sure that you do ground in some way, either by having a glass of water, movement helps, or other things that you can do is even just touch the earth or the chair where you're seated. Just something to help you feel like you are fully back in your body once the work is done. So with that said, let's go ahead and get started with our willow meditation. Again, if you need to pause to make sure that you are set up and ready to go, that is fine. I will be here when you are ready. So as we prepare for this meditation, there are a couple of questions that you might want to think about before we start our working. That are based on the themes surrounding Willow and some of the themes that seem to be resonating for this month. The questions that I had asked the group was, there were three of them, were where do I feel hurt or wounded, or where could I use a greater degree of self-care? The second one is, where or how could I be more compassionate toward myself? And the third question was, what do I need to let go of in order to move forward in my life? So those are just some questions, some prompts to consider as we prepare to move into the working. So you might want to take a moment to reflect on that. Make sure that you are seated comfortably wherever you choose to be at this time. And when you're ready, let's go ahead and begin. We will begin by taking some deep breaths together. Now there's no need to count your breathing, to hold your breath. Just breathe normally, breathing into your diaphragm, that space right below your rib cage, and allow your belly to expand fully as you inhale, and then exhale. Make sure that you are releasing that breath fully as well. Again, it doesn't have to be unnatural, just breathing in deep and exhaling. The main thing is you just want to make sure you're not taking shallow breaths. Just nice, deep, but natural breaths. And continuing to breathe, I invite you to have a sense of awareness of the place in which you are seated, or if you are standing, where your feet make contact with the ground. What does it feel like, that point of contact with your seat or with the earth below? Sense that direction below you. Sense there is also a direction above you, the sky expanding in all directions, limitless. Sense there is also a direction before you and behind you, a direction to your left and to your right, and a direction within as well. You are here now in the present, spiraling ever forward. Take stock of your surroundings. Be aware of the land around you, however you connect with that. The sky above. And no matter where you go in either direction on this planet, eventually you come to the sea that encircles all lands. You are present here between the three realms of land, sea, and sky. Breathing, present, safe and grounded. Now, from this place of stillness, allow yourself to sense a mist beginning to arise from the ground below, rising from the earth up toward your feet, and from your feet the mist rises up your legs. From your legs the mist rises upward past your hips, your back, your belly, the mist rising past your chest and shoulders, enveloping you, past your neck, toward your head, until you are surrounded from your crown to your foot in this cool, flowing mist. And as the mists begin to part, you open your inner vision and notice that you are standing on the shores of a large, calm lake. The mist has not parted fully because there is a low fog that is hanging over the horizon, allowing you to only see a short distance ahead. You are looking toward the west, and you can see a hazy sun drawing nearer to the horizon, signaling that it will be nighttime very soon. As you look over the water, all seems calm. Take a moment to appreciate the stillness, or to take in any sights. After a moment, you notice that the water begins to stir and ripple. There is a shadow emerging from the fog. You see the outline of a small wooden ship. The vessel is slowly making its way toward the shore. Slowly and gently, it comes to a stop nearby, making ground on the shore. And you have a sense, an inner knowing that tells you that this boat is here just for you. You approach the boat and notice how it is constructed and its overall appearance. What does the boat look like? Do you notice anyone inside the vessel, or is it empty? There is a small gangplank descending from the side, and you are able to climb aboard. You find a seat on the boat just for you. Allow yourself to get settled in. Somehow, the boat senses that you are ready and begins to move of its own accord. The boat pushes back from the shoreline and moves out over the water and into the dense shroud of fog. The boat moves smoothly, without effort, almost like it's gliding. Allow yourself to drift over the water on this vessel, observing the mists as they pass gently by. Some time passes before you sense a gentle thud as the bow of the ship lands aground. You stand up and look ahead to see that you have landed on a small island in the middle of the lake. The boat has landed on a soft and sandy beach, and all around on either side you can see many willow trees growing right up to the water's edge. The long, pendulous branches hang low, and you can see the narrow leaves brushing right up to the water's surface in hair-like strands. You exit the boat, and your feet touch the sandy shore below. Looking ahead of you, you see a dirt path leading into the willow grove. You begin to follow the path a short distance. You are surrounded on all sides by the willows. Some are tall and some are short. Most have narrow leaves, but some have rounder ones. Take time to notice your surroundings, and if you can make note of any other living beings who are sharing this space at this time. After some time, you walk until the path ends at a small clearing. At the very center of the clearing lies an old stone well, filled to the brim with crystal clear water. The water is so clean and so still that it resembles a mirror. In the fading twilight, you notice that the first stars are appearing in the sky above and are reflected in the pool below. Although it is starting to get dark, you can clearly make out your own reflection when you look into the water below. Take a moment to study your reflection, to see yourself looking back at you. And as you study your reflection further, try to look at that vision of yourself from a place of deep and unconditional compassion, of empathy, just as you would for a child or for someone whom you hold dear. You can acknowledge your own human imperfection, but can you also see your own inherent beauty and preciousness? And if you cannot, that is fine. You don't need to force it. You don't need to fake any feeling. But if you can, try to extend this sense of unconditional compassion for yourself and for the unique spark of divinity reflected in the waters below. You could imagine embracing your own inner child, or imagine being held and upheld by a force of love, a loving parent, a deity, an ancestor, whatever provides you with a sense of comfort and calm, a sense of unconditional love and positive regard. A soft breeze begins to rise and disturbs the waters below. And for a moment, it's more difficult to make out your reflection. You hear a voice rising on the wind, wispy and faint. You are enough. You are loved. You are capable. You are important. You matter. You can do great things. You are worthy just as you are. You bring value to this world just by you being you. You do so much to bring joy to others. Your love is needed at this time. You are seen. You are held. You are dear. This is the voice of the Willow Spirit, offering you its gifts of unconditional compassion. Allow it to whisper to you the messages you need to hear to help you build on your own inner sense of self-compassion. Allow this teacher to show you how you can nurture and care for yourself. Just focus on the messages for the time being. When you look down at the waters again, they have stilled once more, and you can see your reflection. You notice now that there are also flower petals resting in the water as well, and your face is aglow in the reflected light from the moon, which has now risen overhead. You are enough. You are loved. You are capable. Can you believe this? Can you feel it for yourself? What, if anything, is keeping you from truly resonating with these words? If you cannot feel this for yourself, don't use it as a moment to judge or feel that you are lacking. Instead, once more, allow yourself to imagine holding your inner child or someone holding you and telling you these things. In this space, you can also ask the Willow Spirit to help you to release any feelings of negative self-judgment or doubt, or anything else that may be keeping you from giving yourself the care and sense of compassion that you deserve. As the soft breeze blows, you can feel it caressing your face and gently blowing through your hair. Looking around you, You notice the willow branches in the trees around you swaying gracefully. They appear to dance and move with ease, inviting you to do the same. However, you sense that it is time for you to leave this place and return back from where you came. You give your thanks to the willow spirit and to this place of reflection, knowing that you can come back at any time. You make your way back down the path, back to the sandy shore where your boat is still waiting for you. You board the boat and settle yourself in. And once more the boat moves away from the shore, all on its own, and you sail back through the fog, effortlessly and with ease. And after some moments, you land once more on the soft shore where you began your journey. You thank your boat for your safe travels and then disembark. Now the fog begins to roll in more densely around you once more. The same mists that surrounded you when you began your journey, they pile in around you, rising from the earth, up your legs, up the trunk of your body, surrounding you from head to toe. Now be aware of yourself in your space, in your body, in your room, or wherever you are at this time. Wiggle your fingers, your toes as needed, and clap or stamp your feet. And when you are ready, open your eyes. Hold onto your chair or to the floor below if you need to ground. And just make sure you come back fully and write down any notes. So that is our meditation for Willow. I hope that you were able to enjoy it, to perhaps gain some insights. Feel free to share those as well. If you enjoyed this meditation and would like to either take part in our tree talks, feel free to check out our Meetup group for more information. And I will be posting more videos like this in the future. And do take a look and see, there are several other recorded meditations that I've posted to my channel as well. So take care, be well, and thank you very much for watching.